So for everything that we have learned so far in the course of our training with Pixellab, this is one of the projects that we're going to try out in this training. So we're going to try out this particular design for the attendance card. All right. So this is our first project. We're going to move on. Now, if you notice this design, so far so good. We have discussed so many, shot everything that are inside. Okay. We've discussed about inserting our pictures. We've talked about inserting uh, our shapes, also filling up with our gradients fill, adding up shadow to our text, and adding up strokes, which are the basic elements in this place. So let's see how we can replicate this design that we have in this place. So I'm going to drop a link to download some of the resources you need for these uh, particular design so that you can design it exactly as my own design is. All right, so we get started. So I'm going to hide this picture first. Let me hide it, hide the layer. Okay, yeah, just click on this icon and it will be hidden, to be gone. So the first thing we're going to work with is our background. If you notice our background from here, our background is a gradient background ranging from black into purple. So we're going to see how we can get such a background. So let's go back. We move on to our background section. All right, to work with our background tool here by the right bottom corner. So move on to our colors. So from our color, we can see a list of gradients fill in this place. All right, so let's see, we already have a preset fill for this here. So we're going to use this preset fill. But if you want to use something different as other times, you can just click on plus and then you add them up as I've taught you in previous video. In case if you missed that video on working with shapes, please just make sure you go back to it and then learn how to do that. So in this, we are going to add up another element of our design. If you look at what we have there, we have I designed this using my smartphone, rate my design. So let's just type some of the text out of it so that we can easily flow along with our design. So I'm going to type, yeah, one of the text here is uh, I designed this with my smartphone. So using my smartphone. Okay, so click on OK and OK. So we already have this, so I'm just going to keep it by one corner. Then we insert another text, rate my design. So just to double tap it and then we'll get it. Rate, wipe this and we'll write rate my design. Okay, and the next is I attended the, so I'm going to write it quickly. I attended this. I attended. Okay, that's a capital A. So attended the. Okay, so we have it. Then the next thing is okay. This free here is a sticker, so we're just going to use that. I'm going to bring that for you. And the next thing we have is mobile graphics design. So we edit and you write mobile graphics design. Mobile graphics design. So okay, and click OK. All right, so another thing we have here is a training class. So we're going to add that, have another one as training class. Okay, training class. Okay, then another one is organized by. Organized by. Let's get it off very quickly. Organized by. Organized by. Then also we have learn with Eugene. So we're going to add the last text here, which is learn with Eugene. So gotta wipe this. So we have learn with Eugene. Okay, so we've gotten basic tests for it. Then let's hide this background image now so we can try to arrange what we want. So we're gonna hide this. Okay, now so we let's get started with what we have now. So first of all, we have this smartphone designed with my smartphone. So I'm going to increase the size, but this thing is not sizing it, so I'm going to reduce it. So I'm going to use this handle, take it down this place. Okay, so let's get something very similar to what we had there. So I'll go for my style, then I'll make it bold. All right, so the color we had there was the color we had was yellow. Yeah, but not that pure yellow, so we're going to use a bit of reddish yellow, or to say tending towards orange. So at that, just need to select this, something like this, tending towards red. Okay, bit more reddish. Okay, so I have something like this. Okay, so let's make do with this. So I designed this with my smartphone. All right, the next thing is I rate my design. So I'll come in with rate my design. Now if you look at rate my design, it has a box underneath it. Okay, yeah, it has a box, and this box has a gradient fill, as you can see, ranging from up to down. You can see the variation of the color. The up is lighter than the bottom. Okay, so let's see how we can add these to our design. So let's try this out. We're gonna, and you see a rounded rectangle. All right, it's a rounded rectangle. So let's see how we can add that to our design. So I'm going to hide this now. I'll hide this now. So um, we have this. Where is my design? Okay, this is what we're working with. So let's insert a shape. Sorry, we're gonna insert a shape, a rectangular shape. So we take it down. Then we adjust it to the size we want. And for us to get that curvy shape, that curve that we had there, we have to make use of our radius. That's what we call radius. Okay, we're going to take it 100% radius so that you can have a full curve. So if you don't want the full curve, you can just take it based on what you want. Okay, but as we want a full curve, so we click on OK, and then let's go and give it our fill now. So for our fill, we'll go back to our object and go to our color that will enable it. So we're choosing gradients. All right, so for gradients field, we can have something like this. As you can see, something similar to what we had, but what we had supposed to have was from up to down. So I'm going to click on this plus to edit it, and I'm going to choose something like this. Okay, yeah, so something like this gives me what I want, but the color at the top is too sharp, and even the one at the bottom, I don't want this kind of color. So I'm going to change this, and let's get something a bit darker. All right, and tend it towards more yellow. Okay, that's why I told you you have to understand your color wheel so that you can work very well with this. Okay, then at the top, I'm going to make the top a bit darker also. Okay, let's take it back. So the top, let's tend it towards red a bit. Okay, all right, so we're good to go. Yes, so now we can place our text on it. Now you can see that because we inserted our box after the text, this box is now layered on top of the text. So for a better way for us to adjust this now is to simply go to our layers. Okay, so we'll locate the box. This is the box so we're working with now, the object, the shape rather. So we can just click on it, just tap it, hold it, then you drag it down. Okay, just drag it down below where you have the text. So this is rate my design. I'm going to leave it at this position. So you can see our text is up now. So this will do with the concept of layering. Okay, so it's okay. This one is all right. Let's leave it up this way. Okay, the next thing we have there is mobile graphics design, free mobile graphics design. So what is the one way we can do that? First, I want us to add up our image so that it will guide us in the space we're going to make use of. So let's say we're using this image from gallery. This is the image we used. Now, from the concept of images we've learned, I'm going to adjust this. This is what I want. Okay. Now, if you notice the image, okay, let's just insert it first. From here, this is what I want. Okay, now let's just review our image once again from our main graphic design. From this graphic design, you can see that our image is cut. Okay, so we still need to adjust our image a little. So for us to do that, we will have to let's hide this one. Let's hide it and then review this one once again. So we're going to crop this. So we'll come down to our crop. Sorry, where's our crop? So we'll take this one down here. Okay, so I also notice that it is flipped, so we're going to flip it. All right, so we'll flip it this way and something of this nature. Okay, so with this we're good to go. So let's choose this. Okay, so we have something very similar to what we had in our design, so we are good to go. We have it here. All right, so the next one we're going to work with is free. That free, like I told you, is an image already designed, downloaded. So I am going to bring it down to where we have this. So I'm going to import the image from gallery, free. Okay, so I'll bring it a bit closer. Bring it a bit closer. Okay, we have an image like this, and then okay. So this is a free. Then the next thing is mobile graphics design. So this, let's bring this object, let's change the font style. So we'll change the font style very quickly to text, or change the font style to fonts. Let's go down to poster section. You can see poster section here. Choose Virgo. Okay, yeah, let's choose Virgo. That's what we used. So with Virgo, we have what we want. So I'm just going to adjust this design, the size rather. So you can see that it's hiding under the images. So what we have to do is to bring it on top. Okay, so we'll go back to our layers. Okay, and then we bring up our text. Where is it? Mobile graphics design. Okay, so I'm going to bring it up to the forefront. All right, so just drag it gently to the forefront. All right, so it's no more hiding. So this is it, mobile graphics design. All right, so I'm centralize this, choose our alignment based on center. So we're good to go. Then if you notice the size from what we did, you discover that let me hide this first. Discover that the size of our stuff, the heights, the line between the spacing between the mobile graphics and design in our main work is a bit tighter than what we have here. So we can actually do that by adjusting the vertical spacing. So for us to do that, we have to come back to our text Then we'll come to vertical spacing. This is its line spacing. Okay, the line spacing, we're going to adjust it a little. Let's say it's minus 12. Let's just take it to minus 14. Be okay. All right, so minus 13 also is okay. So I'll just adjust this, make it bigger a bit. So I have this. Then another element we're going to add is our shadow. All right, so let's add a shadow to it. Then we enable it, but we're not going to enable our outer glow, so we just have to increase our radius. Okay, let's increase our radius. Discover that it pumps out a bit compared to as it used to be. So then let's handle this. I attended the, so let's go to change the fonts to the one similar to what we have there. So for this font, let's move on to the um not poster, fancy, and choose Alex brush regular. Okay, fancy section, then choose Alex brush regular. We take this. All right, sorry, let's undo this. Okay, so we have this. Then the next thing we want to work with is our training class and organized by learn with Eugene. Okay, so this, so for this, let's take this one up a little bit, and I'm gonna make it smaller so that we can have our stuff on. Make it a bit smaller. Then we have our mobile graphics design. Okay, so you need to work with your spacing very well so that you don't so with this we have to make our mobile graphics a bit bigger. All right, so mobile graphics design, make it a bit bigger, and then take it down to our stuff a bit. Okay, so we have this. Then also we have our training class. For our training class, let's go change our fonts now. Move on to our fonts. So from the fonts, we're going to move on to the fancy section as well, and then we'll change this fancy section. Okay, let's go down. Let's see which one we're going to make use of. Um, so we'll come back. We use this Allura regular. So we use this Allura regular. Okay, if you observe it, you also observe a gradient fill on it and a black shadow on it. So let's make it bold first. I'm going to make it bold so that it becomes thicker. All right, then we have to apply a stroke to it. Stroke, let's give it no, let's not use stroke. Let's go and add up our color first. So we add up our color, so we use our gradient colors. All right, something similar to this. Okay, but if you notice it, our on is coming from the top to down, so I'm going to tap this and then I will choose up to down. Let's see if we have something like that. It's not there, so I'm just going to adjust this. All right, so just going to adjust this here. Then also our color is not so dark, so I'm going to allow it to come up a little bit, bring it down here. Okay, so we have it this way. Okay, all right, this is our training class now, but if you notice, you discover that it's still under the design, so we have to bring it up. So we have to get onto the layer, so get onto layer. We're working with training class, so for training class we'll bring it down. So we'll bring it up, we'll move this training class up to up above mobile graphics design. So then next thing we have to add is our shadow. Let's add our shadow onto it. where is shadow? Okay, we have shadow, then enable it. This time around, we're going to use outer glow so that we can have it more thicker. Okay, so let's just allow it in this way. Okay, so we have something cool as we want it. Let's just increase the size a little bit, so similar to what we had. Okay, so with that, then here we have organized with as a yellow color. So we have this as yellow. Sorry, I've gone past it. Yeah, color. Let's add this yellow. Remember, it's not a pure yellow. So we're gonna take this. Then, sorry, this one is a bit more of pure yellow. It's brighter in our design. So let's go back and choose another yellow. So the yellow we're gonna choose, it's more of a yellow like this. Okay, then lane with Eugene. Now if you look at our lane with Eugene, it's made with red color. So if we choose our red color, so we're gonna have it like this, but you can see that our red color is not really matching our design very well. It's not coming out, it's too shouty on it, so we have to do something else. Firstly, we're going to change the font style. So what we have there, so let's choose a amaranth bold, then with Eugene. Then the next thing we have to do is to add an outline to it. I told you more about this when we dealt with working with text, so you can always refer back to that video. Then we add this, but yet we cannot add black, but it still will not come outside. So we have to use a light color for it. So use a light color, then we adjust the stroke effect. Okay, so we adjust the sizing. All right, so we have something similar to what we have. Then the last thing is the I attended the, yes, I attended the. So here we have to change our color. So what we have here, yes, I attended the. All right, so this is our design. This is our design so far. So let's try to match it with what we have, and see if we have something very similar to it. So this is what we had, and let me take it up so that I can easily show you the difference. Oh man, our stuff is not moving. Come on, right. So I'll make the topmost layer of our job so that we can have a better feel of it. Okay, so this is our design, what we had. Let me center it on our page. Okay, organized by lane with Eugene, train attended the. Okay, so let's check it out and see what we have now. When we hide it, we have this. So you can see our box was a bit more reddish than what we have right now, and our text a bit smaller than what we have right now. Okay, so that means we can also always make some adjustment to it. So if we just want to do that right now, I'll hide this. Then here we can. Okay, let's see. We're gonna work with this. And what's happening? So let's make it a bit smaller. Make it a bit smaller. Then we have this a bit smaller as well to match our object. So I'm just going to move this. Let me align these objects now. So I'm going to align this object relative, sorry, I don't want it with size, relative position. I'll take it up to the middle of our page. And also this object, I'm going to move it to have the relative position, which is the text rather. Okay, so we have this, they are both centered now. We can have it a bit darker also in our color concept. So let's just have it a bit darker here. So we'll come down to our colors, sorry. All right, color. So our gradients. So let's choose a bit darker color, more reddish rather. Okay, yeah, make it a bit more reddish. And this, I'm going to make it a bit darker instead. So bring it down. Okay, so we can have something more better. Rate my design. Then I attended D. And see we use a different color variation from it. Let's check it out again. Yes, we use a darker yellow for it, so we're going to adjust that as well. All right, so let's hide it and we use something darker. Okay, so all right, so finally let's get up our stuff and we get our color. We're going to change our color here. So with our color we take it a bit of a darker color. All right, attended this. So with this I think we are good to go so far. Yeah, learn with Eugene. Okay, so just this we're going to adjust a little bit to make it bigger according to what we have. uh Sorry. Okay, so we have this, making it bigger. Sorry, my screen is just fluctuating a bit, so I have to zoom out my work so I can be able to do it very well. All right, so I have this. I can always adjust. Okay, make it bigger. That's the essence of zooming in your design work. Okay, so we have this at 100%. So good to go. We have our design job. So let me have your own designs. Once you finish up your design, at any time you're watching this video, just finish up your design and then upload it on the comment section or send it to me via mail. I'm going to review it and give you a thumbs up on it. All right, so thank you very much.